I'm with Jacques from Forking Amazing Restaurants, and we're going to talk about the food scene in Jacksonville. I'd like to first start with, how did you get involved? Like, I know you've had a long, a long career in the food business in general.
Correct. I've always enjoyed, the food industry. From a lot of different perspectives. Obviously, I grew up in the egg industry, and so I had a lot of opportunities.
I heard you got started really early.
It was really early. I was about 9 years old when I started.
Wow.
And we had a little red wagon, and I sold eggs in the neighborhood by the dozen. But being in that business allows you to interact with a lot of restaurants, go to a lot of food shows, and in 2005, I actually got involved with building the original pancake house at the town center.
Okay.
And that was my
first. They sell a lot of eggs, or did?
Yeah, there was a little vertical integration there, and we were able to supply that restaurant with their eggs. It was a nice deal, gave them good pricing.
Yeah.
But the concept didn't work so well at the town center.
Right.
And we were very diligent, and we did everything we could to keep the place open and alive and vibrant. But at the end of the day, we just couldn't make the numbers work.
Yeah.
So in 2012, we changed the concept to Ovinte.
Yeah.
And
can I say, I'm glad you did, because it's great at Ovinte.
well, thank you. We're very proud of it.
The wine program over there is incredible.
Yeah, we're very proud of it, and I was able to bring on a partner, Fraser Burns, who's a great businessman here in town, and from there we've just taken advantage of some opportunities and local restaurants that wanted to be in touch with us.
So you guys, it's Ovinte, Bistro Aix, Desco,
correct,
and then the upcoming Chop House.
Upcoming Chop
Cowford
House.
Chop House.
Correct. It will be part of the FAR group.
Cool. Well, let's talk about the Chop House a little bit. Okay. You guys are in a historic building, and you're taking on a Herculean task to renovate.
Right.
I say renovate, but it's really rebuilding it, isn't it?
It really is. I mean, when we purchased the building, we knew it was in really, really bad shape. The southwest.
But it's a historical landmark.
Correct. It's a historical landmark. It's been deemed a historical landmark, and so anybody that was going to purchase that building or do anything had to restore it back to its historical significance. And it has been an incredible challenge. I will say that we have a great team. There's not one individual that makes this happen. It's a team of folks, and starting with our general contractor, Elkins, and then our design architectural firm, Desco, Atlantic Engineering.
That stuff's not easy, because you got to deconstruct it from the old way it was done and reconstruct it in the new way.
Correct, and then make it look old when you're done.
And make it look old again.
Yeah, and so it's been a real challenge, but it's been incredibly interesting. I've learned a lot about a lot more than
want to know.
Yeah, and of course, as I was saying to you earlier, once we started to peel the onion off of this building, we found a lot of things we just didn't know were there. Right. But we've got it to the point now where we're getting ready to build it all back up.
Any pleasant surprises?
Not really. Not really. I mean, there's just interesting. I mean, when we dug down, we had to take the foundation out, and we saw about a 3-foot layer of oyster shell. And they packed the foundation with oyster shell because it was available, right there at the St. Johns River. And so
kind of takes you back to the coquina that they use
in St. Augustine, yeah. And the one, I guess there definitely are some pleasant things. I mean, the lumber, and that a lot of it was ruined because the roof was gone and had rotted. But a lot of those floor joists that were in there are heart of pine.
And large.
Yes, very large, like 300-year-old heart of pine boards.
Right.
And we're able to salvage a lot of that.
Cool.
And so, matter of fact, if you go to Desco, the community table is
carved from it.
Yeah, three of those boards have made up this long 20-foot table.
Cool.
And so we'll be repurposing a lot, as much as we can, of that lumber in the Cowford Chop House.
Very cool. Tell me what the vision for Forking Amazing is going forward.
Wow. Well, that's evolving as we go, because each day we're challenged, in different areas of the restaurant. But I think, we want to be recognized as a restaurant group that is providing great concepts, great dining experiences, along with a great service. And so if you see the Forking Amazing restaurant logo or somewhere, then you'll have an idea that it's run by a good group of folks, local folks.
Well, picking up Bistro Aix was definitely a good thing for you guys because they have such a long-running reputation.
Correct. Yeah, they had a great reputation coming in. Very great owners, a great chef, and Tom Gray, and who's doing well with Moxie now. And we had an opportunity to go in there, and it's been real nice.
Well, you got Chef Ian now that's doing everything, and he's a great guy too.
Chef Ian is amazing. He oversees all the chefs at all the restaurants.
Which is no small feat.
No small feat at all, and he's helped, he works with the chefs on the menu development, and he's been a tremendous asset to our group.
Well, I know this is probably going to be a hard question, but do you see yourself going past Cowford Chop House and expanding even more to more restaurants?
That's interesting. I will say Cowford is sort of like it's the grand slam of our group. I'm quite certain of that. I will say that we are, there are other opportunities, and there are other great chefs that we've talked to and that have, communicated with us. Right now, we're focused on the 3 that we've got running right now, pretty strong, and looking forward to the Cowford being
the big deal.
The big deal.
We like that, the big deal.
It's a big deal.
Now, there are going to be some other things in the building there with you, right? Bold City Brewery?
Correct, yeah. When I originally bought the old Bostwick building, the space is actually sort of tight, and so
it's hard to believe with such a big building.
Right, but for a restaurant, by the time you put a kitchen in there, and it really got sort of tight. So in looking at that building that connected to it, the Holmes building, we worked out a deal with the owner to turn it into a condominium.
Okay.
So I bought half of the building.
Gotcha.
And one of those bays will be the kitchen that supplies the Cowford. And then the next bay next to it, we worked out a great tenant with Bold City Brewing.
Cool.
And
they're a lot of fun.
They're a great group, a great family.
Yeah.
And so they're going to put a beautiful little small brewery right there next to us, and I think we have a lot of
tap room there.
We're going to have to do a lot of interesting.
A lot of
things
synergy
together.
there for
Yes,
sure.
there is.
Heck yeah, steak and beer. Are you kidding me?
I know.
I think I'm in love.
Yeah, we may pipe something in from their place.
Yeah, exactly.
And we may send something over their way.
That sounds like a great way to go.
Yeah. So we're real glad about that, and there's just a lot going on in downtown right now.
Okay. Well, I want to take you back a little bit. 9 years old, pulling a little red wagon around. The entrepreneurial spirit.
Well,
because this is a thing. I meet a lot of small business owners and a lot of people out there that are, they're those guys that have sold newspapers or did whatever, and they're trying to make it. What was your breakthrough? What was your aha?
Yeah, well, initially, I worked with my father. He started our company in 1948, right here in Jacksonville. And he thought, I had an older brother, I still have an older brother, and he was the CFO of our company. So he sat behind a desk counting the 75 cents per dozen that I brought in for each dozen. But I don't know, there was something really cool about making 10 cents a dozen, 49 years ago.
Right.
And it did provide me with, allowance money to go do what I wanted to do with.
Yeah.
And so I always was just a little, I was a worker more than, just
the big shot, so to speak.
Yeah, pretty much. And so I guess when I got out of college, well, I didn't actually complete college. My dad asked me to come to work midstream.
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure if, he worked really long hours, and I didn't know if I could really do that. And so I
bet you can now.
Well, yeah, but it hasn't been an easy road. No. I mean, I've been with the company now 36 years, and we produce about 25 million eggs a week.
Holy crap!
So
that's not a little bit.
And about 80 tons of chicken litter a day.
Wow.
So yeah, it's a lot of litter. It's a lot of eggs, and you have to manage both of them.
Sure, input and output.
Yeah. So we process and package those eggs and distribute them throughout the Southeast and every day.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I know your daughter works with you.
She does.
So working with family, is that an ongoing family tradition?
Well, I mean, it's not been any pressure. I have 3 great daughters. One's in college, and actually 2 of them are working with me. One of them, my oldest daughter, Alexandria, she is overseeing our restaurant operations, and she keeps everybody on point.
She's a sharp cookie for sure.
She is. She is. It's great working with her. She also has interest in our egg operations, and my middle daughter, Julianne, is also very helpful with coming to meetings and organizing and trying to keep me organized with some of the things we're doing. So
is it
nice.
Is it difficult to keep the work-family balance? Because that's something my wife and I work together.
It is.
So we have
I
that.
mean, it was when I worked with my dad
Sure.
for 21 years. I mean, I'd come home or go, meet them for dinner somewhere, and sometimes it would just turn into business.
Sure.
And sometimes we didn't actually see eye to eye on a few things.
Sometimes.
And sometimes you're just like, I don't want to say the word that I'm thinking.
But shut up. Leave me
Yeah,
alone.
yeah. But somehow you get through it. And Alex and I and Julie and I, we have a great relationship outside of work. But
Cool.
but that's part of
Growing up.
and doing what we're doing.
Well, that's cool. Well, I really appreciate you coming out and talking to us, and I'm really looking forward to getting that grand tour of the Chop House.
Well, we're going to have a great opening party, and I would be remiss to say that we have a great creative team, especially Wingard, who looks out for our everything. And
They help us a lot too.
Yeah, well, they look out for us, and we're going to put together a great grand opening, and we'll make you on the short list. I
Look
promise.
forward to it.
All right,
Thanks.
nice talking with you, Jay.
I hope you enjoyed the video. I would love to hear from you in the comments below. Now, if this is your first time watching an iknowjaques.com video, I would love to have you subscribe so that I can continue to help you find fun things to do in the Jacksonville area. Every weekday, I do a daily video update to remind you of the things that are happening this week. Plus, we do features on great restaurants in the River City and a weekly video calendar of events to help you plan for awesome experiences. And last but not least, every week we create a new full-length episode on all the best places to eat local, drink local, and be local. So subscribe, and I'll see you again soon.